Hey YouTube, it's Chika here, and we're bringing you another one. I'm a digital artist who likes to watch movies with the people. Oh yes. So I'm back. I went to go see it. I went to go see Hunger Games. I don't even know what the subtitle is, but the point is I went to go see the prequel. We're going to get straight to it. You guys have been waiting for me to go see it because I just binge watched all 4 of those movies within like 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks. Okay, I had to watch and edit the movies. All right, so y'all better go on ahead and watch them. So click here. Is this the right area? Click right here to watch the first one, and then you go on ahead and watch the rest from there. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it. Before we get into the spoiler review, I'm going to give you my ranking and what I think the vibes are, and then we're going to get into the spoiler review. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, push that notification button, because we're going to keep bringing this stuff to you. Okay, so what is my ranking? An 11 out of 10. Okay, an 11 out of 10. Okay, do you understand? It was very, very good. Now, okay, we're not going to get too much into it because I don't want to give anything away, but visually, amazing. Story, really good. The twist, I mean, after seeing the 4 movies, I am now convinced that they like to make your jaw drop in the middle of the movie at least 8 times. So I am now convinced that that's the way they want to go about this. Okay. Now my vibes, I couldn't really figure out the vibes, maybe because I just watched all 4 movies. So my only vibe was the movies itself. So I'm having a hard time comparing it to another movie. Although, I mean, you know, there has a lot of like Harry Potter in there. You know, it does give me a little bit of Fantastic Beasts a little bit because it has this like old school, but yeah, everybody's still kind of fly, the temperature of it. But it's hard to compare it to anything else right now because my brain is so stuck in the whole universe of Hunger Games right now. So let's just move on. Okay, now this is the spoiler review moment. Okay, so if you don't want to be spoiled, then get out of here. Okay, but if you don't mind being spoiled or you already saw the movie, then stick around because we're about to go all the way into it. Viola Davis. That's all I have to say. Viola Davis. Okay, she's an EGOT winner for a reason. That's all I can say. I love her in every movie, but this was the movie I hated her. Okay. She was amazing, but her character, and you know I don't know names, so let's not even go there. But the character that she played is the real monster of this whole situation. Like everybody else we saw in all the other movies who were kind of like evil, like Snow and then that president and anybody else, is like nothing compared to this. She is pure craziness. Like she has no care in the world. Like she's a true monster, and then created another monster. She made Snow who Snow. Like that was the one thing I didn't like about the movie that I was trying to like make sure I wasn't having, which was any sympathy for Snow. I had no sympathy for that man throughout this movie because this is basically about him. This movie is about his origins, how he, you know, what his situation was to get him basically to the point. Well, it didn't take us all the way to the point of him in charge, but it took us to a point where they could do a second movie to the prequel if they wanted to. But enough for you to know, okay, he's off. What upsets me most about Snow and anybody like him is how can you see the horrors that this society has created and then fall captive of it and become the main problem? How? Why aren't you at least, if not anything, at least separating yourself from it and not alone participating in it? So Snow is the worst. And it really did clear up like how the districts were broken up. It explains a little bit more about like what's actually happening and how because this is the 10th annual. I'm a little confused, and maybe you guys would know in the comments, but they made it seem like this is the 10th one, but it's the first time they've had a host and was presenting it like a reality show. So it's like, it seems like before the first 10 were just like, they just threw them in and just recorded it and that was it. Whoever lived, whoever died. But this was the first time they made it a spectacle, you know, made it something more than it needed to be. The anger watching this, but the visuals, it is a gorgeous film. The only person that has any heart in this movie besides that main girl who's thrown into the thing is Snow's cousin. So Snow's cousin is like a pure heart, like, you know, you don't want to turn into your father because his father is the one who created the whole games. The father and his father's best friend, but his father died and the best friend stayed up in there. And the best friend, well, we find out at the end, well, you can kind of tell throughout the whole movie, but you find out at the end that this best friend is kind of like, nah, dog, like, I never was for this game. Actually, I said it as a joke when I was drunk, and then your father, my best friend, took it as a serious thing and went all the way, and I've been trying to stop it, but nothing I can do, so I'm just gonna kill myself. He killed himself. Remember, this is a spoiler review, so I'm just letting it all hang out. But Viola Davis, man, she is so good. Like, her acting, I hope they make a second movie because she didn't die in this movie. So even though you kind of want her to die because she's evil, but they need to make a second movie so we can see her die because she needs to die. But she's so good that I think doing another movie is going to be great. They need one more movie to show us how he became the president, because they don't show us how he became. He's a young man who's going to college, well, whatever their idea of college is, and she's now following the footsteps under her as an apprentice, or is that how you say it? So she's about to show him how to be as evil as he can, what he turned out to be, that we all know. So you never really have full sympathy, even though there's some reasons why he became what he became. It's not an excuse. Anyway, I think you guys are going to really enjoy this movie. I'm sure there's so many things I'm leaving out. If you've seen the movie, let me know in the comments how you felt about the movie. What was your take on it? Am I missing anything? Now, y'all know no names, except Viola Davis, apparently. But that's the only name I know. It's very nice. Also, there's a lot of nods to the movies. Like, she names the onions, or the roots Katniss, and those singing birds are the mockingjay birds are there, and then the birds that do the mimic thing has a big part in this movie. Where and was it the second movie when those birds that was like you could hear the voices of the people? It was just terrifying. That plays a role in this movie. And wait, I have to mention there's this snake scene that I think they did so not the scene itself, but just the snakes themselves. They had this thing where if you put an item of that person in with the snake pile, the smell and scent will allow them to be comfortable with you and they won't kill you. But if they don't, they'll kill you. Man, the way they played around with these snakes in this whole movie, it was a really clever film idea. It was great. It was the visuals. It was really, really, really good. Okay. And they still kept the look of Hunger Games, that style that it has, but but you can tell that we're in 2023. Like, the level of production, the lighting, the color temperature, cinematography has all enhanced. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed this movie. I'm sure it's going to make it into my top 10 best movies of the year. I don't know where it will fall, but I'm sure it will fall there. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do that around the end of the year. So you want to definitely stay tuned for the top 10 best movies, in my opinion, of the year. Okay. And I'm sure it's going to make it in the rankings somewhere. I don't know where, but it will make it. Okay. Definitely check out the Etsy shop. You guys have been really great buying my stickers. I really appreciate that. If you have not already, don't forget to like, subscribe, push that notification button, because we're going to keep bringing this stuff to you. That's all I got.
How tantalizing to see all your shining young faces on this auspicious day. I am Dr. Volumnia Gall, your humble head game maker in charge of the War Department and all its affiliated concerns.
What are you doing? I know you're not about to leave. It's mad buttons down there. You ain't pushed on one of them. You better subscribe to my channel. See you soon.
Ever after all. And now to that end, I am honored to introduce to you the creator of the Hunger Games